Airports can often feel like a maze of endless lines, long waits, and hidden costs. However, behind all the hustle and bustle, there are secrets and insider tips that most passengers never know. Today, we're revealing 10 airport secrets never told to passengers. That will help you navigate airports like a pro. These secrets could save you time, money, and even a few headaches on your next trip. Before we dive into these secrets, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more travel tips and tricks. Let's get started. Secret number 1: transportation ripoffs. When arriving at an airport, many passengers think that grabbing a taxi or ride-sharing service like Uber or Lyft is their best option. However, airport transportation can be one of the biggest ripoffs for unsuspecting travelers. Many airports charge surge fees or have agreements with specific taxi companies that inflate the prices. One of the most common mistakes is taking a taxi or ride-sharing service from the airport's designated pickup area, where prices are often much higher than they would be if you walked just a few blocks away from the terminal. Airport taxis also tend to be more expensive due to metered rates, and rideshare apps often charge extra fees for airport pickups. Money-saving trick? A simple trick to avoid paying inflated fees is to use off-airport shuttle services, or pre-book your transportation before you land. You can often find shuttle services or public transport options that cost a fraction of the price of a taxi or Uber. Some airports even have free shuttle buses that can take you from the airport to nearby public transit stations. If you're in a large city, using the metro or bus system is often the most economical option and can save you a significant amount of money. Secret number 2: drop-off and pickup zones. Did you know that the drop-off and pickup zones at most airports are often free to use? That's right. If you don't mind a short walk or have someone to pick you up, these zones are a hidden gem for saving time and money. Many passengers think they have to use the expensive parking garages or curbside pickup lanes, but these are often just a few steps away from the free drop-off areas. The best-kept secret is that you can often drop someone off or be picked up at the curb with zero fees. You just have to know where to go. While it's convenient to wait for a flight or pick someone up from the terminal, the official pickup zones typically charge high rates for parking. Instead, find a free drop-off area, often slightly farther from the terminal, and you'll save the parking fees and avoid the congestion. You can easily locate these zones on the airport's website or by checking signs when you arrive. Secret number 3: your items are being sold. When you leave your items in an airport lost and found, they don't always end up back in your hands. In fact, airports around the world often have a policy where unclaimed items are auctioned off or sold after a certain period. Lost luggage and unclaimed items like electronics, clothing, and even valuable goods are collected and sorted through. If the item isn't claimed after a certain amount of time, they are sold to the highest bidder or auctioned online. So if you lose something valuable, you might be able to retrieve it. But after a specific period, it's fair game for anyone who's willing to pay. Secret tip: make sure to check the lost and found as soon as possible if you've misplaced something. The longer you wait, the less likely you are to get your items back. Additionally, if you find a valuable item left behind, be aware that it might end up in a lost and found auction later on. Secret number 4: airport lost and found trick. If you've ever lost something at the airport, you know how stressful it can be to track it down. However, there's a trick to increasing your chances of getting your lost item back. Most passengers don't know that the airport's lost and found is often understaffed, meaning it can take a while for them to properly process and store items. One sneaky tip is to contact the lost and found office within the first 24 hours and follow up regularly. Airport staff are typically overwhelmed with lost items, so persistent communication can make a huge difference in getting your belongings returned. Another secret is to check the airline's lost and found directly, as they may have already gathered the items lost on the plane. Don't forget to ask about unclaimed items, as there's a possibility they can be sent to you if they were turned in by other passengers or found in the terminal. Secret number 5: the cheapest place to eat. Airports are notorious for charging inflated prices for food and beverages, and many travelers are forced to pay sky-high prices for mediocre meals. However, there's an airport secret to finding cheaper, high-quality food, and it's all about location. Most passengers gravitate toward the food courts near the gates or the terminal entrance, where the prices are marked up significantly. But in almost every airport, there's usually a hidden gem where you can find more affordable options. Money-saving trick. Look for restaurants or cafes that are outside of security checkpoints. These places often have better prices because they don't face the same airport rental fees. Also, some airports have local food vendors or food markets in areas that are a bit off the beaten path, and these vendors often offer delicious meals for a fraction of the price. If you're willing to take a short detour, you could score a much more satisfying meal without breaking the bank. Secret number 6. These are hidden away. Airports are vast, and there are many hidden areas that passengers rarely discover. These areas aren't usually listed on signs, and you have to know exactly where to look. For example, quiet zones and hidden lounges exist in many international airports, where you can escape the crowds and relax away from the noise and hustle of the terminal. These areas are especially useful if you have a long layover or need some quiet time before your flight. Many airports in Europe and Asia offer hidden lounges where you can rest, read, or even sleep without having to pay for a VIP lounge access card. A secret bonus tip. Some airports have secret bathrooms or relaxation areas tucked away from the main terminal crowd. These facilities are often cleaner, quieter, and more comfortable than the ones located near gates. If you're tired or stressed, don't hesitate to explore the airport to find these hidden, off-the-beaten-path spaces. Secret number 7. Sneaky money traps. Airports love to set up money traps that catch unsuspecting travelers. From overpriced convenience stores to high fees for things like charging your phone or using the Wi-Fi, airports have designed ways to make extra cash off you. One of the most notorious money traps is the currency exchange booths. These places offer poor exchange rates and charge high commission fees. Travelers often think they're getting a good deal when they exchange currency at the airport, but in reality, they're losing money on every transaction. Money-saving trick. Instead of exchanging currency at the airport, use a local ATM to withdraw cash once you've passed through security. This can help you avoid the exorbitant fees charged by currency exchange booths. Similarly, many credit cards don't charge foreign transaction fees, so using one for your purchases could save you even more money. Also, watch out for free Wi-Fi offers in airports. Most of these require you to enter your email or sign up for promotions, leading to unsolicited emails and advertisements. If you can, use VPN services to protect your privacy or rely on offline entertainment to avoid using Wi-Fi at all. Secret number 8. Secret free amenities. You may not realize it, but many airports offer free amenities that most travelers overlook. These amenities can make your experience much more enjoyable without having to spend a cent. Some airports have free charging stations, lounges, or even free yoga rooms. Yoga rooms are especially common in larger international airports like those in San Francisco and Chicago O'Hare, and they offer a quiet space to stretch and relax before your flight. In addition to yoga rooms, art exhibits, libraries, and even free movies are available at certain airports. These features aren't always easy to find, so you have to ask or check the airport's website in advance. Another secret is free water refill stations, which are becoming more common, allowing you to refill your water bottle without needing to buy overpriced bottled water. Secret number 9. Airport slots. They matter. This is something that most passengers have never heard of, but airport slots are crucial for the airline industry. When you book a flight, you may not realize that the time of your flight is often determined by an airport slot assigned to your airline. These slots are controlled by airport authorities and determine when airlines are allowed to take off or land. So, why does this matter to you? Airlines are constantly vying for the best slots, which often means busy periods and crowded airports. For example, if you're flying at peak times, such as early morning or late evening, the airport may be more congested, and you may experience longer waiting times at security or at the gate. Pro tip: if you want to avoid the busiest times at the airport, book flights during off-peak hours, such as midday or during weekdays. Not only will this make your experience smoother, but you'll also avoid the headaches of overbooked flights and fewer crowds. Secret number 10. TSA and baggage thieves. TSA agents are there to ensure your safety, but did you know that some baggage handlers or even TSA officers may have access to your personal items? Unfortunately, theft at airports is more common than most passengers realize. Items such as laptops, smartphones, jewelry, and cash are some of the most common targets for theft. One of the biggest secrets is that thieves often know where to look for valuable items in checked luggage. As many of us keep personal items in our carry-on bags, TSA agents and baggage handlers know the common places where valuables are stored. This can make your luggage vulnerable to theft during security checks or while it's being moved through the airport. How to protect your belongings. Avoid packing valuables in checked luggage whenever possible. Keep items like electronics, jewelry, and important documents in your carry-on bags. Additionally, using a lock for your luggage, preferably a TSA-approved lock, may act as a deterrent even if it doesn't guarantee complete security. Thieves prefer easy targets, so taking simple steps to protect your items can help reduce the risk of theft. Airports are full of secrets and insider tips that can save you time, money, and stress. By following these airport hacks, you can make your travel experience much smoother and even enjoy some free perks along the way. If you found these tips useful, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more travel secrets, hacks, and advice. Stay tuned for more, and safe travels.